2025 is shaking up to be one of the biggest years for female protagonists in video games. The female protagonist role is actually getting pushed a lot, and the drifters in the gaming community thinking it's some kind of agenda or some type of way to push females onto us. So let me take y'all guys down memory lane to show y'all guys that it's really not a big deal. The story begins in the early days of gaming, where the female character first emerged. Among the pioneers was Ms. Pac-Man, who brought a fresh twist to a classic arcade game.
Atari introduces the Woman of the Year, Ms. Pac-Man. With a style of entertainment that Pac-Man never knew, an endless supply of floating goodies, oranges, pretzels, 4 different screens, each with different exits and entrances, and the green screen so difficult to reach, you may never see it again.
Don't you know, I'm more than Pac-Man with a bow.
Reach for Ms. Pac-Man.
Reach for Atari.
As the gaming industry grew, so did the presence of women in games. Princess Peach from the Mario series became a beloved character often found in the center of many adventures. Characters like Ms. Pac-Man and Princess Peach had really shaped the view of women in gaming. The question for the audience is, who was the first female video game character you remember playing as, and why did she make an impact on you? In the 90s saw a shift as female characters began to break away from traditional stereotypes. Leading the charge was Samus Aran from the Metroid series. A fearless bounty hunter who was revealed as a woman was a game changer. It was a shock value during those times.
In a blur of raw talent and courage, a life's mission begins. You can experience it as Samus in Metroid Zero Mission. Her first adventure as an intergalactic bounty hunter. Rated E for everyone.
Lara Croft, introduced in 1996, bro, she became an instant icon. Her intelligence, agility, and bravery in Tomb Raider made her one of the most recognized characters in gaming.
Tomb Raider Legend. In stores now. I'm waiting. Rated T for teen.
During the 90s and the 2000s, Samus and Lara Croft, they really did a thing in changing how females can be played in a video game, or actually taking a role as the main protagonist. These two characters was the main character. So when it came down in the 2000s, it's starting to shift even more, and we were starting to get more females as a lead character, as the main protagonist in the video game space. It wasn't no different than that. In the world we live in today, female protagonists starting to be the forefront in some of the most celebrated games. Games like Horizon Zero Dawn and The Last of Us with Aloy and Ellie. Those games right there really was most celebrated of the adventures they both had. In Horizon Zero Dawn, she had navigated the world of robotic creatures, uncovering the secret of the past. And in The Last of Us, her journey through the post-apocalyptic world showcased a deeply emotional and raw portrayal and survival of humanity. And we all know how those games had made us feel when they've been out. These are the only 2 games that we're talking about, Horizon and The Last of Us. With those female characters in their roles, they did good. Those were very celebrated games during the time. And now, year 2024, we have even more females going into the gaming space, being the main protagonist, having a story that resonate with most of everybody. It's not just the character, the female character role, and the storyline that they like to tell. is not a role for like only females. Guys resonate with females as well. Guys resonate with the story that the gaming company trying to tell in the eyes of the protagonist. But it gets to a point where representation and impact really matters for a lot of other gamers. Female characters provide players with diverse role models and heroes that they can relate to. Gamers from all walks of life find inspiration and connection through these stories. Developers and players alike recognize the importance of storytelling, pushing for a more diverse and representation gaming landscape. People accept these games if these women is half naked, bro. The First Descendant, this year, The First Descendant, every trailer was a booty trailer. I'm telling you, every suit was a skin tight suit. Stellar Blade, the main thing was how the character had looked, and they were so mad that it got censored when the game came out, and they just made they just blew it up out of proportion. Y'all want the character to be half naked to accept them? That is crazy. We are talking about a video game. Not only that, guys, women overall in video games, it just had to be a thing. We wanted that at a time where it was just men characters. And other big names with females in gaming is the fighting space. In the fighting game space, two of the biggest names is Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat and Chun-Li from Street Fighters. And y'all were playing Street Fighters for years, Mortal Kombat for years. Nobody complained about those female characters. Nobody complained about those female characters. Mainly in fighting games, female characters is used most in men. Females always been there. Always been there. Since I'm giving you the facts, this is my question. How has the representation of women in video games influenced your own gaming experience? Now that you know that females always been there, how do y'all guys actually feel about the women in video games? Put it down below. Let me see what y'all say. Because for me, the experience to have female characters give me an option, give me a different flavor if I want to try it. I don't want to always have a big hairy man to play with. I want to play with a female in a video game. I don't want to always have a big hairy man carrying an axe all the time. I don't want to only have that player to play with. I don't. Now the future of females protagonists is bright. Like I said in the beginning, 2025 is starting off right. The future in gaming continues to shine bright with the more female protagonists taking center stage. From the early pioneers to the today's world female protagonists, these women have not just played their part. They have redefined what it means to be a hero in the digital age. Man, look, their stories remind us that courage and strength comes in many forms, and their legacy will continue to inspire. I even forgot to mention in 2009, Bayonetta had take over the scene. She was one of the most popular female characters in a video game that I didn't even know, bro. Like, so we can't sit here and continue to think that these female characters is just coming out of nowhere, like it's something new in today's world, but it's really not. We already had this. This already happened. Back then, it was no problem. People was happy because we always have a hairy white man. A hairy man. It was already there. It no matter what game it was a man. But now that females starting to be in that lead role and also gaming going mainstream, really, that where it getting to become a problem. We got so many drifters in the gaming community where you don't even know who to believe or what to believe. Even like Concord. Concord failed because of the mainstream media. A tweet blows up and they just kill the game. They say, oh, the characters are ugly. The game, like, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all girl probably look just like those characters, and y'all sitting there complaining about how the character look. Y'all don't look no better. The people that complaining don't look no better than what them characters in Concord had looked out. Everybody already hating. The game Intergalactic from Naughty Dogs. The game look amazing, but for some reason they pushing like, oh, she's a lesbian. She's ugly. This is ugly. You crazy thinking that character is ugly. Jordan looks like a very good character. You can't sit here and tell me that you think this game gonna be terrible. It's